This is the Great Mice Apartment War of 2022 and 2023. Recently, within the last year or so, I moved about an hour away from like my parents' house and got an apartment. I can't show an actual map of where I live.
I've seen this one. I know where this is.
Yeah, so I'm doing a map everybody's familiar with. The reason why I moved into this apartment with my roommate and I was because ideally for my like full-time job at the time, it was like, an 8-minute drive away. I had a grocery store down the street. But over the course of the few months living in the apartment complex, the quality of said apartment complex was starting to show. So like a month before we moved in, I did like a tour of the place, right? I noticed that our microwave door handle was falling off. The shower head in the guest room was leaking enough to reduce the water pressure to the point where like it wasn't even showering. It was literally like a sink. Our cabinet in the guest bathroom as well has a hole in it. Like I could seriously stick my forearm through it. Our heating system broke during the early months of winter, so it was just painfully fucking cold in our apartment. And then the worst of all was our pipes froze literally Christmas Eve to like a couple days after Christmas.
You have a longer list of issues with your apartment than like Serbian war crimes. Jesus Christ, bro.
The expectation was that the property staff would have had all of those issues fixed before we noticed. We gave them literally a month's heads up because we toured it before. Like we already kind of agreed to sort of pick this apartment, but we toured our own specific unit a month before. We were like, can you fix this thing, do this thing, do that? They had like 4 weeks, and literally lo and behold, after moving in, we realized that they didn't even listen to us at all and didn't fix any of the problems.
At least there's spaghetti among the maggots.
It wasn't until like a week after did the people pictured above actually fix our unit in any meaningful capacity. So here I have the apartment complex cycle, and I'm still
the fucking cycle of despair, bro. Straight up.
Like, if you ever see one of those charts that says like it's been 45 days since previous accident, I don't think ours has ever surpassed like a week, like 7 days, without there being some fucking issue. I'll have to put in a request, right? Like whether it's over email or over the phone to say, hey, the fucking like bathroom just exploded. Like, we need somebody to come out and fix it. We do that. It's seriously met with either no communication back like to me. Right, so I'll put in like, oh, hey, this, we're experiencing radon gas. Could you please get somebody to come out? Not hear anything. And then a week later, at an undisclosed time and date, we'll get somebody to our door to be like, yeah, we're here for the gas problem. And then what ends up happening, 9 times out of 10, they send Angry Bob the Builder into our fucking apartment complex to literally just put the most half-ass solution down for our problems. He just either doesn't care or doesn't know what he's doing. So he just it's like if I was trying to fix the apartment. And that was something that we had to legitimately, we legitimately deal with, which I'll get to in another slide. But this is the cycle. Become very familiar with it because it is very relevant to our story. So the worst problem which we've had in our apartment complex was the mice. We basically noticed droppings in like the little pull oven door, like at the bottom, if you guys have that sort of oven. So we had to like take all that stuff out, clean it, disinfect it, and then given the classic fucking cycle, we were like, yeah, we have a mice problem. Oh, okay, cool. And then like a week later, before we even ever saw an exterminator, we had like the maintenance guy come out. His advice on it was something that like I still quote to this day whenever stuff happens. And I shit you not, this is exactly what we got told. They will get in if they want to. was the solution.
What can you do?
SpongeBob will be right back on Nickelodeon.
That's right, you invertebrates. Sir Swag Academy is back. You may be wondering what the fucking deal was with the entire fiscal quarter that I missed, and let me tell you, you'll hear all about it one of these days. For now though, let's talk channel memberships. For $1 a month, you can get access to ad-free versions of every single Sir Swag Academy episode. That means no mid-rolls, no bumpers, nothing. You also get access to the full uncut versions of these episodes, in case you wondered what didn't make it past the cutting room floor.
So the building next door to us, their pipes burst on fucking Christmas Day, and ours just froze, so I couldn't, live in my apartment during Christmas time.
Finally, you get access to the Sir Swag Academy Discord server, which is full of curious minds just like you. Your memberships are what allow us to operate without sponsors and enable us to make whatever deranged bullshit we want. We're so happy to be back. Now, on with the show.
Now back to more SpongeBob on Nickelodeon.
The way you fix the problem is by patching this hole that's here in the wall or under the dishwasher or whatever. And the maintenance guy would come and be like, well, we can't take out the dishwasher because that requires us to, like, unmount it from the countertop and do this and that. Or it's like, oh, well, can you not do it? No, we can. It would just take like 3 or 4 hours. And it's like, so why not? And like, and he just never have a fucking follow-up to that. He's just like, well, we can't do that. That's not what we do to our units. I'm like, there's a mouse problem. Take care of the mouse problem. It seriously took them a month just to patch up the wall. And once they did, we stopped seeing them for a while. So that was a frustrating series of events. So we had to get the exterminators out, which they were the most helpful people in this war of attrition. They would give us the stuff, tutorial us how to do it. Like they were training civilians on how to fight and essentially have us do the job. Because at this point, we were already kind of experimenting with stuff to sort of exterminate and get the mice out ourselves, to the point where like we had an exterminator literally tell us like, oh yeah, like your traps are super effective, just keep doing that. So this brings me to the question part of my presentation. It's a simple basic question. How many mice do you think we've actually killed? Mind you, it's been a timeline, right? So it's been from November 2022 up until now.
0.
5?
0. It's not real. I'm schizophrenic. 5.
17 and a half.
17 and a half. What's half a mouse?
Don't worry about it.
Male Toaster says free.
The actual answer, 21 mice. Like, to say this is a war is a fucking understatement. Like, a 1 or 2 is fine. That's no big deal. But, like, after the 21st one, I feel like a character in, like, Full Metal Jacket, where it's like, I've just been here.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that?
Like, early on, when we first noticed it, we killed, like, 10 in a row. Like, literally every day there'd be a new one. And, like, the world record was, like, we killed 3 in, like, 24 hours. Like, literally, they would just run and jump in and like, you know, speed run to the afterlife.
Everybody's been focusing on sending equipment to Ukraine. We should be sending equipment to you, my man.
Yeah,
Actually true.
Yeah, so that's been fun. I've been engaging in some very nefarious behavior. This is the door in front of the model. Because our building is so close to the model that they show people, I just started dumping the dead mice that I find like on the front doorstep. I would not be doing this kind of stupid, childish behavior if we did not surpass the threshold of like 20 mice. Like I think after 20, it's a bit fucking justified to start doing this kind of stuff. I'm very open to ideas to like continue, because this is still happening. We're in kind of a lower period of time, but I'm looking for any sort of encouraging dumb ideas that like I shouldn't do but I really want to do. Like so far I'm gonna be writing some of like the worst reviews you could ever find. Give me your most creative ideas, because I wanna be that shithead that like they don't ever want to bring back to the apartments ever again.
Is a cat rental service a thing?
I was genuinely considering a cost-effective measure like that. And I'm not even joking. Like, this has seriously been a consideration of getting like cat pheromones or like piss and just like shaking it all around the house in little drops. Like you can't even smell it. Like it's undetected, but the mice are like, holy shit.
I've got a theory though. I'm like going full on Oppenheimer here.
Hit me with it. Yes.
So, like, you know how like dogs can hear dog whistles and like humans sometimes can't?
Ooh,
like,
okay.
I wonder
Yeah.
if there's like a mouse whistle.
The anti-mouse
Like,
frequency.
Ooh, like
The
a wall
frequency-
plug.
Like, you know what? I'm gonna go look it up right now.
No, FBI says about the frequency thing, saying there isn't really, but after a few thousand decibels, their ears will explode.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
He followed up with yours would too.
Yours would too.
Oh.
That is the only problem.
So like, I'm just gonna be nefarious and have fun with it.
Right now, the maintenance guy is correct. They will get in if they want to, because no measures have been taken to keep them out.
Yeah.
True.
If it's possible, could you consider having like the exterminator there with Angry Bob and like make them fight and to see who wins?
Like a
We'll do that.
Love the ideas, love the feedback, but yeah, not as funny, I guess, as my previous stories, because it's not as like grandiose and amazing, but it's
No,
like
Cullen, it's down to earth.
relatable problems.
Relatable, yeah.
What if it's me looking down on me? The world above must also be. This could go on for infinity. infinity.